Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business this Friday morning, and thank you all for joining in on this morning's edition of Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys, because you literally cannot sleep on the Dallas Cowboys because things happen late in the evening, late at night, first thing in the morning. So you want to be up to speed that all that is America's team. And all I got to say is, whew, it is, thank God, Friday morning. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yo! Saddle up! Lock and load!
That's all we got to do. Saddle up, lock and load, and I think our team is locked and ready to challenge this game. I don't think the Cowboy players liked what happened last week. I don't think they liked that feeling. I think they were enjoying that 5-game win streak, and I think that they got full of themselves just a little bit and got a little overconfident. Going on the road where we've been atrocious and facing a team that truly needed that victory, we relaxed. And we made some mistakes. And I'm not going to push the panic button on that one because we have teams that have bad games. But make no mistake that this team realizes the importance of this one. And we kind of dodged the bullet. And I know when I talk about things and problems with the Cowboys, some of you guys want to focus and say the only issue we have is Dak Prescott, our quarterback. If only we had Tony Romo, this would be a Super Bowl team. Okay. All right. That's cool. Whatever. But I dare say with the flux of this offensive line, that this offensive line is not as good as it's been in past years. I mean, when you think about what happened this past week, you got Tyron Smith, who has had a stinger. He's got elbow problems. He's got back problems. And I mean, think about this. He's wearing a knee brace. God, his arms are big. On his arm for his elbow. You had Zack Martin, arguably the best guard in football who's been on one leg all season, missed last week. So you had a rookie, Connor Williams, filling in for him. You have Travis Frederick, who's been gone all year, physically. But mentally, he's still there, the leader of that offensive line. And you have Xavier Salafalo get his eye just about poked out, and he's out of there. You literally had a shell of the offensive line that you had. And even with that, this year, the team has still been able to produce. It hasn't been catastrophic like it was last year with Chaz Green. But clearly, that offensive line isn't as good. But with that, you still have the leading rusher in the NFL. Now, here's the thing last week. We made mistakes. The blocked field goal, the drop touchdown pass, the 4th and 1 down there in the red zone. All those things would have been points that would have had you in the game. And sometimes you just have games that are like that. The defense, they couldn't stop and get them off the field. And that's partially because you have to look at what that coaching staff did. They understood that the Dallas Cowboys have a great pass rush. And if we do 7-step drop backs, if we do plays that are going to take time to develop, we're going to get our quarterback killed. So what did they do? They ended up using play action pass. They used 3-step dropbacks, because here's the thing. When you do a 3-step dropback, it's not enough time for the pass rush to get to the quarterback. It's 1, 2, 3, go. But if you have Andrew Luck back there at 7-step dropback, waiting for plays to develop downfield, you get him killed. The other thing that they did, if somebody told you that Andrew Luck was going to be running circles around what Dak Prescott was going to do, you would say, no, they're not going to risk having Andrew Luck run with his injury history against that defense. But that's exactly what they did. They ran Andrew Luck, and Andrew Luck got great yards, got first downs, kept the chains moving. And herein lies our fatal flaw. For the first time, the Cowboys had not a single run for Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is a weapon. Dak Prescott is not a Tony Romo that you worry that if he gets hit, he's not going to be able to get back up. Dak Prescott, if you use him the right way, you'll get major yards. You'll keep the defense keep him unbalanced. They're not sure where it's going to come from. I mean, give you an example. We know teams figure put 8 men in the box and make Dak beat you with his arm. If you have a dive to the left, you've got everybody firing off on the ball, okay? The offensive lineman, boom. They're seeing Zeke Elliott running towards the quarterback, knowing he's getting the ball after he's been pounding the rock all day. They're trying to hold up. They're trying to get in there. They're trying to fight. The linebackers, they see that movement. They're stepping in there. The safety, boom. His eyes are focused on Zeke Elliott, which hole he's going in. Your cornerbacks, they're thinking run, maybe release on the receivers. And that's when you have your quarterback pull that ball back in and keep going to the right. There's only one man he's got to beat, and that's the defensive end. He beats him, it's clear sailing down the sideline. Or if the cornerbacks come crashing in trying to stop him, easy pass to a wide open receiver. Understand that a coach has to take what works well, what the players do, and use that to the best of their abilities. Not try and necessarily fit a player into, this is my system and it's the only way we run it. You have to be able to change and adapt to what you have and do well. But for the Dallas Cowboys not to even run Dak Prescott a single time, not to use him on fourth down as a quarterback sneak, I'm trying to understand, are they worried about him getting hurt? If you do a quarterback sneak, it keeps all the advantages on you. You are able, because you know when the snap count is, as that offensive lineman fires out, is to get in his pocket and go forward. If you end up handing it off to Zeke, who's 5 yards down, you're allowing the defensive linebackers to come in. You're allowing the defensive line to fire out and move the line of scrimmage. How many times on 4th and 1 have you seen Tom Brady go ahead and pick up the first down? Almost every time. But we don't do that. RG3, when he was a rookie with the Redskins, was successful not being a 7-step drop back quarterback because he stunk in the pocket. What they did was they knew this guy can run. Defense feared him running. So you get him outside, and as the defenses crash, a guy's wide open. It's an easy lob to a wide receiver. It'll be wide open. And that's where Shanahan adapted his offense to fit his quarterback. The things we do well with Dak Prescott, I just don't understand why we don't do it. Play action is all the rage in the NFL. 4 years ago, we were like 20% of our plays, which was high for play action. Now you got teams that are doing play action 30% of the time and are successful on it, especially when you have a great running back like Zeke Elliott. Run pass options, oh my God. But it is what it is. But right now, you're getting the offensive line back. Zack Martin is practicing. Don't know how good that knee is, but he did have that extra week off, so it's been 2 weeks. You got Xavier out there. I'm sure he's going to have the face shield on and everything else, but he's been practicing in his spot. Tyron Smith, he's been a good-to-go all-week practice, which is a rarity as well. Usually he sits out a practice or two, but he's been there. And I feel like this team has a sense of urgency of, let's get this monkey off our back. And I think you're going to see them come out at home, where we've been really, really good, or a lot better than on the road. I think you're going to see them come out and take care of business. So I look for the Cowboys to react some revenge on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and win the NFC East. Now, as far as playoffs, let's be honest. You know, we talked to Philly 500 last night about how they feel about their chances. Their chances basically are to win the division. to beat the Texans and the Redskins and hope that we lose against Tampa Bay and the Giants. It's not a whole lot of hope, but stranger things have happened. But I look for our Cowboys to come out like business. But we'll see. But as always, friends, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, it doesn't work. And I'll see you soon.